Foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you that brief disclaimer. So I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else. So be patient with your process, all right? Also, y'all already know that voice too raspy to be whispering. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead hit that volume, all right? Now, before we jump in, because I don't always get to pause in the middle of what I'm saying, to say thank you. So I appreciate you in advance for all y'all's love, y'all's likes, your shares, subscribes, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you. Thank you, baby. I'm sending them roses back to you. So, chosen ones, let's talk, right? Now, we done talked about various things. See, again, if you missed my live, just know I got you, all right? You can always access it on my YouTube. But we going to talk. Now, yesterday we discussed as far as past energies that's going to try to pop up, try to befriend again. You understand? Certain people that are now seeing certain mistakes that they made pertaining to you, the fact that they slept on you, the fact that they disrespected you, used you, abused you, all of these things. We already talked about how they was going to try to return, right? How they tried to, again, dress somebody else up as you. They tried to, again, take certain things from you, but they was unsuccessful because, again, the main thing that they needed was what you had within you. And that's not something that they can duplicate, all right? Now, we also going to talk about today, right? There's certain people that you had false starts with. Now, these are people that when you initially connected with them, you could have been best friends. You could have been cool. This is somebody that you felt like understood you. You understand me? On a soul level. So this could have been your twin flame that you met. This could have been a form of a soulmate that you met that came in the form of either a friendship, a potential relationship, or somebody that you wanted to, again, build with, right? Now, when they met you, chosen ones, again, I always tell you, prior to them meeting you, they was praying to cross paths with somebody like you. So they had certain family members around them. They had a big family, but none of them understood them. They had a big family, but none of them poured into them. So they was praying for it to cross paths with somebody like you, somebody who's accepting, somebody who's loving, protective, somebody who really likes them for who they truly are and not that energy that they was projecting. You understand me? And they crossed paths with you. Now, at this time that you met them, there's two different scenarios, chosen ones. Some of you were connected to somebody else. So this could have been a mother, a baby's mother, a baby's father. You understand me? A partner, a certain friendship, a way of thinking, so on and so forth. You could have been so intertwined with your family's perspectives that you didn't want to take risks with this person too. See, there's some of you that had false starts with individuals, right? Now, we often hear that phrase where they say the right person at the wrong time. Now, let me tell you, the right person would have never wronged you. So if this is somebody that you was with, that they cheated on you, abused you, beat on you, disrespected you, belittled you, you understand, so on and so forth, this is not that person. You understand me? This is somebody that when you met them, you had a clear understanding. Y'all were telepathically speaking too. There's certain things that you was feeling or that you was going through that they reach out to you just to say, hey, yo, you was on my mind. You came up in my energy. What's going on? There's certain individuals that there's secrets that they told you or didn't even necessarily have to tell you because you seen through what they were showing you. So you told them what they was going through and they felt a connection with you. Now listen. These are the individuals, again, when they met you, they had certain prayers that they was asking, and God came and was answering them. But because it wasn't in the form that they used to receiving it, they looked over it. Or they may not have felt like they needed it. See, there's some individuals, now chosen one, this could be you, as well as this, it could be a combination of the two, because I feel like when you met this person, again, you was in a way of thinking, whether or not you was just living for your mother's perspectives, her opinion, you was doing certain things, you didn't even know what your purpose was when you was with them or getting to know them. This is a false start. This isn't somebody that you had a title with. You You understand me? See, I want you to realize that when you two disconnected, that could have been a mourning process that you had to go through. This is somebody that you could have met and known them for a few years, a few months, but you was connecting to them on a soul level. So this is somebody that, again, you may have loved. You could have been with your child's mother or father for 10, 11 years. But this person that you connected with on a soul level has a deeper feeling than those people have ever had. You understand me? So again, this is somebody that you met unexpectedly. This is somebody that you could have been used to going to this, making a right. And that day God told you to make that left. And when you did, all of a sudden you ran into them. Or this is somebody that you could have been avoiding or ignoring when they was in your inbox, and all of a sudden God forced you to see this person in person. You understand me? So by whatever the case may be, you end up running into this person or having a communication with them, right? And there's certain things that you felt instantly. You felt like you knew them. Y'all had conversations for hours. You understand me? This is somebody that you could have deep conversations. You ain't have to break anything down to them because they got it. Now, how many of you, there's certain people that you around that they don't understand or respect your intelligence. They don't understand your abilities, your certain gifts. They don't understand, and every time you around them, you get annoyed because you got to break certain things down to them. But this person, it was different, right? When you met them, you ain't had to explain everything. All you had to do was speak, and they was going to align with what you were saying at that time, right? Now, this again, a lot of you met your twin flame. Some of you met the false person, but a lot of you met your actual twin flame. This is somebody that, again, you read them on a soul level. They read you too, but one of you wasn't ready to make that move. See, some of y'all was still holding on to old cycles. God had you cross paths with this person just to see what it could be. See, they could have been in a relationship. They could have been married. They could have been engaged. They could have had a relationship that they built for several years. They could have had children with this person, whatever the case may be, right? They was praying for certain solutions, and God had you running to them. And at that point in time, they had to decide, is they going to let go of their past in order to be provided with a divine partner, or was they going to allow fear to run them? See, some of them was living based upon other people's opinions. So again, when you met them, they could have been connected to somebody already. You understand? So y'all could have been, okay, well, I ain't going to violate that. You in a certain connection, I'm going to respect that. But y'all had a friendship that, again, bypassed all of that. You understand me? So whether or not you were sexually involved with this person, whether or not you just spoke to them, whether or not you was around them, you had a close connection. There's certain things that you could have did that they like, yo, how'd you even know that? Because y'all was connected. You understand me? So I want you to realize that there's certain individuals that you had a false start with that may be returning back to you. Now, again, when they met you, God showed them what they could have. You was that quick glimpse in a sense. You understand me? And they had to make certain decisions. See, at that time, they may not have been ready. They may have been scared. Well, if I walk away, none of my family's going to be here. If I walk away, my child's father or mother is going to try to keep me from them. If I do this, certain people. Now listen, alright, we was froze, but I had to make sure that we good to go before I jump back in it, and you already know. We back. Alright, now I gotta speak over this air, because you know I gotta have it booming in case this phone run hot. Now let's talk chosen ones. Again, when you met these individuals, they had a decision to make. Were they going to, again, choose you, or was they going to stick with those old individuals? See, when they was with those people, right? Again, before they met you, they was energetically calling you in. You crossed paths with them. You made them laugh again. You made them feel love again. You started rebuilding them. You made them feel certain things that they was missing. They ain't had to speak about it. You automatically understood them. See, chosen ones. I want you to realize this. You understand me? So again, when you met this person, you could have been in a situation, a connection, something that you wasn't happy with. You felt like everything fell on your shoulders while you was connected to these past individuals. Your family, everything fell on you. You had to be the smartest person in the room. You had to be the fall guy for certain things that they was going through. You were the person that, again, had to be energetically connected to them in order for them to have any type of abundance. That was a lot of pressure on you. See, what if I told you while you was going through certain things, that person that you met was going through certain things too, right? See, again, I want you to realize that you had false starts, but God just wanted to show them what they can get. See, God wanted to show them, you see how you connected to this person right now, and they wearing you down. When you around them, you don't even want to be around them. You don't even want to step foot in your house. And anytime you got to come home, you already huffing and puffing when that's supposed to be your place of serenity. That's supposed to be a place where you get recharged and you had the most energy. See, again, chosen ones, they're so used to certain things falling back on them that they felt like if they walked away from these people that they was connected with, that certain things would fall apart. They felt like if they wasn't there, then nobody was going to be there in order to play that part. So they had a decision to make. Some of them chose to stay in those old circumstances. And again, when you was connected to them, you was feeling abundant. Y'all spoke to each other. You ain't even had to say nothing. You knew exactly what they was going through because you knew them on a soul level. Why? Because they was your twin flame. They was the other half of you, right? See, when they walked away or decided that they wanted to stay in those relationships that they was in, or when you was more ahead of the game, so therefore you ain't want to wait on them to make those type of decisions, when you again had to be the person to walk away in order to save them. See, chosen ones, what if I told you, right? There's certain people that were in connections that when you cross paths with them, they already had somebody that they was with. Now, you ain't somebody who breaks up happy homes, so therefore you was cool and you played your position as friends. See, you may have felt a deeper connection with them, but you wasn't willing to play no side chick or side dude position, so therefore, again, you had certain boundaries set. See, I want you to realize, again, at that time, you didn't even realize that y'all was going through y'all's test. See, that person had a decision to make. Was they going to seal their fate with that old stuff? Those people who broke them down or encouraged them to be in toxicity? Those people that told them to use their body in order to communicate certain things? See, when you met that person, chosen one, they could have been somebody who was so used to expressing themselves sexually. So again, when you met them and you didn't give that access to them, they was forced to speak their feelings, right? Or again, they was forced to give you something that they didn't give that past person that they was with, no matter if it was years invested or not. They felt something different with you. But again, they felt like they would disappoint their family members, or their family members wouldn't approve of the relationship between you two. See, some of those individuals was just staying in relationships based upon what certain family members were saying. See, some family members encouraged them to stay with that person who was hurting them because they felt like they got something out of it. You understand me? So again, if your family couldn't provide for you, wasn't there for you, they'll encourage you to be with somebody who's not even for you so that they could provide for you, so you could provide for your family members too. See, it was a setup, chosen ones. God wanted to see what they was going to do. Was they going to live for themselves or live for other individuals? And they decided to be hesitant when they made certain moves. So what did you have to do? You had to make it for them. You understand me? See, chosen ones, I want you to realize, you know how, again, this is a false start. This ain't no false twin. This ain't that false soulmate. This is the person that you really are supposed to be with. This is the person who is the opposite of your soul. You understand me? They are a reflection of what you have within. But I feel like y'all was on two different timelines. At that time that they met you, you already was cutting off individuals. You already was cool on certain people that wasn't doing right by you. You already had sat there and accepted certain fate with those people in the past, and you walked away from those so-so individuals. See, one of y'all had to be in advance, because the other person had to pull that person out of that dark cycle that they was in. See, chosen ones, what if I told you that in order to save them, you had to walk away from them? You understand me? And during that time period, you may have started to feel like you was mourning. When you decided that you had to walk away from them because they were still complacent in the situations that they was in, and you seen that it was going to hurt them to walk away from certain people that they was with, you was sitting there like, nah, I'm not going to be selfish. They going to make the moves when they choose to. If they not, it's cool too. Because you know that one thing's for sure. If one person's not ready, God's going to present somebody else to you. But there's part of you that started to hate that individual just because you hated how they made you feel. You felt connection with them. You felt protected with them. they, again, was a reflection of you in a sense. They was being who they really was when they was around you. But as soon as you seen them with other individuals, you started to see how they would change too. See certain songs that they like. See, again, some of them could have been the type that like rock music, like soft music, R&B, but when they around their family, they listen to that murder, kill shit constantly. See, chosen ones. When they was around you, they could be themselves. Why? Because you seen through them on a soul level. You already knew what it was. See, that initially scared them. Because they, again, you seen certain things, seen through certain things that they were showing. So therefore, again, some of them may have thought that you was a witch, may have thought that you did certain magic on them because they felt a connection with you that they didn't get with that individual that they was with for several years. There's certain things that you said to them that they knew that nobody was near to hear. So they started looking at you like you was crazy too, and that past person sat there and was mad that they gave a part of themselves to you. So what did they do? See, I want you to realize some of those karmics that they was connected to, whether or not this was you that was connected to this karmic individual or whether or not it was them connected to this karmic individual. At one way, shape, or form, there were certain individuals that was doing black magic on you. And you have to realize black magic isn't always that hocus pocus. Sometimes it's them lying. Lies is magic too. Why? Because they intend to change the perspective of other individuals and how they viewing you. You understand me? So again, there's certain family members that lied on you, lied about certain things that they was going through. Every time this person try to walk closer to you, all of a sudden certain things for them start falling through. All of a sudden, again, this person getting in an accident, this person is sick again, this person is passing, not even realizing it's the people that they was previously connected with that was orchestrating that shit. See, chosen ones. In order to save them, you had to leave them. You understand me? Because I want you to realize in one way, shape, or form, regardless if you want to be with this person or not, you are energetically connected to them. Y'all two are divinely aligned. Y'all two made that agreement before you even came down here in this 3D life that y'all was going to get together and y'all was going to do it right this time. See, in past lifetimes, they let other people live for them too. On past lifetimes, they chose these other individuals over you. In past lifetimes, they wasn't living for them. They was, again, living for the people that they was connected to. So this lesson in this lifetime was God seeing exactly what they was going to do. See, chosen ones, they had a choice to make. You understand me? Had a choice to make. See, some of them downplayed the people that they was with, said that they wasn't really in love with them, and that had some truth to it. But regardless, they were still living a lie. They had to make a decision at that time, and some of them tried to drag their feet. So what did you have to do? Move. You understand me? So, chosen ones, I want you to realize that these individuals did love you. I want you to realize that they felt safe with you. I want you to realize what you felt about this individual and what they wanted with you was true. That wasn't an illusion. But I want you to realize also that they felt like they were saving somebody else by, again, sitting there walking away from you and staying complacent in the situations that they was in. It wasn't all an illusion. They felt if they left them, that person would be hopeless, that person would be helpless, that person wouldn't have certain things, that they wouldn't no longer have abundance. They felt like that person couldn't live on their own, that they couldn't raise their children on their own, so on and so forth. You understand me? So again, you took it personal that they chose that other person, but they sat there and chose that person because they seen that you was able to stand on your feet. See, you had certain abilities, you had certain strengths to you. You had a sense of independence. You wasn't relying on certain individuals. You had that go-getter within you. You had that, okay, well that's cool too. You wasn't allowing nobody to stop you, and they loved that and honored that about you. But this individual that they was devoted to or in a connection with, they sat there and was scared because this is the person that was forced or was going to be left to raise their kids. See, they had a guilty conscience about it. Some of the individuals stayed in certain family dynamics because their parent passed away or their family left and didn't play that position, so therefore they felt like they was changing the cycle. If they stayed whole time, they didn't realize that they wasn't breaking a cycle, they was creating one. See, yeah, they may have came from a household that didn't have two parents in it, right? They may have had a household where one parent passed away or one person decided not to stay and all of a sudden they wasn't around and all of these things, right? So some of them felt like they was breaking the cycle by staying in the same household as their kids. not even realizing they was creating another one, because your kids can pick up on your energy and see that you're not happy where you at. They can see that you depressed. They can see and feel when you mad. They can see and feel that you sad. They can feel and see that you lacking. You understand me? So instead of breaking the cycle, you created one. Instead of being patient, see, had you been patient, you could have had the children with the person you were supposed to be with. But when you made that decision to sleep with a karmic and conceive them, then guess what? Things are going to be harder on you, because you will have to walk away from that person that you produced with. You understand me? One thing is guaranteed, that karmic and that person is not going to be. So no matter how long they try to prolong their misery, God's going to force them out of this situation. In certain sites, they starting to see chosen one. There's people that was out here, again, they seen how the person looked at you. They seen how the person was watching you. They seen how the person was flourishing when they spoke to you. They seen the connection that you had. They felt a certain type of way, because no matter how many years that they had with them, that's something that they lacked. They never knew this person as long as they knew this person. You understand me? But here you come, randomly, one day, God sways you their way. Now this person again feels certain things within you. Certain things within them started to change. But again, in order to save them, you had to leave them, because they was complacent in the situation that they was in. See, I'm telling you, certain individuals that you connected with, chosen ones, I'm talking about your true twin flame, your true soulmate, your divine partner. I want you to realize this, chosen ones, that again, a test is made. Sometimes you have to leave them in order for them to change. Because again, God showed them that a quick glimpse of what they can get had they made those decisions. You see, when you was around this person, you was laughing. You see, when you was around this person, they automatically knew you. You ain't even have to break certain things down to this individual. You see, around this person, they ain't put pressure on you about your finances, because they liked you for you. You see, around this person, you ain't have to dress all up. They liked you with sweatpants or your slides on and a t-shirt, whatever the case may be. See, you see how this person, when y'all was around, y'all automatically covered each other's grounds. Yeah, certain things is different. You understand me? But again, the loving them, see, there's a story that I read, right? And it always stayed with me. I was like 3rd grade, 4th grade. There's a story called Bunnicula, right? It was a series. Now, if you aren't familiar, it's like a vampire bunny. That's neither here nor there. But there's a message that is said in there that I stood and held on to. It says something, now I might not get the right quote exactly, but it came like this. It said, sometimes you got to hurt one person in order to save the world. You understand me? So for these individuals, they felt like they had to hurt your feelings or walk away from you. See, some of them didn't intentionally hurt your feelings. They ain't say nothing slick to you. They ain't say nothing evil to you. They may not have told you what you expected to hear from these individuals. You may have felt the love when you was with them. You may have seen certain love through their actions, but some of them may not have said it. And if they said it, you understand me? Again, you felt it. So there's some of us that are twin flames, told us how they love us, they acknowledged us, appreciated us, felt a connection with us, again, boosted us up against anybody that they previously was with. But some of them was so scared to walk away from those situations that they was in. Some of them sat there and again had to sacrifice the relationship with you in order to feel like they saving their kids. You understand me? Because some of them, as soon as they walked away from this person, all of a sudden they get a call talking about so-and-so sick again, so-and-so got an accident, so-and-so this, so-and-so that. So therefore they felt like they had to stay around those individuals in order to save their children or to save a certain family dynamic, a certain connection, whatever the case may be. They felt like, dang, I owe so-and-so my loyalty, but not even realizing that that person, who are they loyal to? Because if you with that person and they not really for you, then you loyal to somebody else's boo. You loyal to, half of the time, you loyal to the devil in a sense, because that person's not for you. That person is a karmic that got presented. You understand me? So, chosen ones, I have to tell you, there's somebody from your past that is contemplating coming back, but they want to know if they take that risk of letting everything go that they didn't do before, are you going to welcome them back? See, this is why it was important for you to initially walk away, right? Because this is a decision that they had to make. You can't persuade them. You can't encourage them. You can't try to sell yourself to them in a sense to let them know what they're going to get with the purchase. You can't sit there and, again, force them to make certain decisions. You could tell them what they're going to get, and that's what they're going to get. And if they choose not to take it in, that's something that they're going to miss. See, chosen ones. I want you to realize that when you walked away, that was a test for them too, because they ain't felt the same since they disconnected from you. They out here maybe taking pictures with so-and-so, maybe out here going on certain trips. They could be out here getting certain gifts. They could act like they in a happy commitment, but the whole time there's sadness to them, and you see that shit if you was to see them, because they knew exactly who they was leaving. They knew exactly that they had to make a decision, and at that time they may not have felt like it was the right thing to do. But hear me out. That also says a lot about that person too, because if you change perspectives and see how loyal they was to somebody who wasn't loyal to them, then imagine if y'all was in a real relationship, how loyal and how they would be to you too. You understand me? But again, God wanted to see what they was going to do. He showed them a glimpse of quick happiness to see what they can get if they made this decision. If they walked away from those people that wasn't uplifting. If they walked away from those people that was trying to keep them complacent. Some of them, again, the people that they was with kept them trapped. Kept them from getting certain finances, was doing money magic on them, was doing chaos spells around them, was doing sex magic to them too, to keep them in that illusion, to keep them from getting close to you. See, that's why sometimes they had a clear mind and they would tell you how they was feeling. The next, all of a sudden, they had a distance to them. That was somebody that was out there casting certain illusions, because they knew that if this person aligned with you, that this person would be very successful, that certain profit would come through, certain abundance would be presented, certain love and affection. People would see y'all and be like, dang, they look good. You understand me? They knew that. They knew if this person was connected to you, how successful the two of you would be. So some of their own family was doing magic on them to keep them from seeing certain things, see? Because the family knew the closer they got to you, you was going to help lift that veil that those individuals had on them. You was going to, again, show them certain illusions that they was in. You was going to protect them from the things that they was casting upon them. So what did they do? They try to get that person to turn on you. Why? Because you was the main person that was saving that person, and you was out here wiping out their crew, see, chosen ones. You understand me? I want you to realize this. But again, some of you ain't talked to that person in several years, and I'm sorry to say, God wants to see what you're going to do. Are you going to, again, this ain't for you to wait around for that person. You keep living for you. If they choose to get their mind right and that opportunity gets presented again, God wants to see, are they going to step up to that position, or they going to make that same so-so choice again? See, again, this is a test for them now. Initially, it was a test for both of you. If you two was going to express your feelings, see, some of you chose to express your feelings to this individual. But when you told them that you love them, that you're willing to sacrifice all those past relationships to be with them, you was willing to walk away from certain circumstances in order to build with them, when you was, again, willing to go above and beyond for them, they may have declined it. Or they may not have acknowledged it. They may have said that they wasn't ready for a relationship. They may have said that they wasn't with that past person, but now you seeing that other person pop up with certain pictures with them, and you like, wait a minute. You understand me? So again, this person may not have wanted to hurt you, so they may not have told you that they were still one way, shape, or form connected to this individual. Do they love them? No. Do they love you? Yes. But were they willing to, again, pass that test at that time? No, they didn't. So what did they do? Again, God set them and promoted you. You graduated in a sense. You walked away from them. You started building your foundation. You start building your abundance. You start getting your confidence. You start knowing your identity. You start being open to certain things that God has for you. You started to align with certain things. And what did they do? They was back there stuck with those individuals, watching you make certain moves. Now, some of them, again, was wishing and praying that you ain't meet somebody to be with. They was praying that you ain't select somebody over them until they get their feet gripped again. You understand me, bud? Chosen ones. Again, God had you move on away from them. God had you go build your foundation without them, because you had to have an identity outside of them, because that one way, shape, or form, there was a point in time where you was dependent on them too. Anytime you had something cross your mind, you went to this individual to relate to them. You went to pass certain things by them. You were so quick to tell them what other individuals intend to do to them, instead of allowing them to trust their intuition and get their gifts moving. See, you was warning them about people that they was connected to, but they wasn't using their intuition. So some of them didn't trust you, some of them didn't listen to you, some of them continued to make certain moves that they was making, right? And again, you took it personally because you like, I'm trying to help you, I'm trying to save your life. Meanwhile, you choosing these individuals that are really trying to lead you to your demise. You understand me? But again, they had to learn. They had to see, because when you walked away from them, there's certain things that they were still viewing. You understand me? So they started watching you. At first, they tried to play hard and act like they ain't like you. They started trying to give to these individuals again, because that quick moment of clarity got diluted again, because they start sexually being connected with these people, or they started, again, depending on these people. They allowed those people to run them. So God had you move away from them, because it's like a magnet, chosen ones. I want you to realize that. I want you to realize that you got a magnet within you that's so strong that when you get out of the dark, they have no force, no chance, and no choice to move it along. You understand me? So you're not realizing that God had you walk away from them in order to save them. Why? Because they viewing you. They watching you like, damn, when I knew Shorty, they was here. Now they there. Dang, when I knew Shorty, they was depending on the person too. Now they depending on themselves. Now they out here making certain moves. Now they see that they had the ability to do it too, but some of them are hesitant to approach you because they feel like if they give up their whole world for you, are you willing to accept them? Now again, chosen ones, I want you to realize, do not confuse the karmic with the right person. Because there's certain people that you had false starts with that was your true person. But again, God had to show them a quick glimpse of what they can get had they decided to do what they supposed to do. They needed to make that choice at that time, whether or not they was going to choose that old person or you. See, some of these individuals, they secretly wanted to have children with you while they were still connected to that individual. See, they felt like if they had a baby on that person would walk away. So now they don't have to make that decision in order to be with you. Certain things was at play. So I'm trying to tell you, there's certain individuals that deliberately, they knew what they was doing. They may have been connected to this past, but they didn't want to be the bad person. They didn't want to be the person that everybody talk bad about, how they left their family for you, how they left this and how they did all of these things. They didn't want to be that bad person. So what do? They try to entertain you while disconnecting from this individual. May have even text this person too, like, nah, we good, while the whole time they knew that they wanted to be laid up with you. So they could have told these people like, oh, have a false fight, have an argument, whatever the case may be, just so they felt right while they was with you, so that they didn't feel like, okay, well, I'm playing with Shorty by still dealing with this individual. They felt like, nah, let me go ahead and call this person out, that past person. Then that weekend they was laid up with you. They was hoping that a baby would get produced. So therefore, when you tell them that you have a child, they'll tell that person too, and that person will walk away from them, and you two could be together. And God's like, no, you're not going to use this person, your true divine person, as an excuse. You're not going to have people viewing that person crazy. You're not going to have, again, you making and having pressure fall on them because you don't want to make certain decisions. Nah, you're not going to be able to run from that. You're going to have to face that past person and tell them that you're disconnecting from them. You're going to have to face that past person and tell them that it's done, that you met another person. See, you may have told the people you was connected with. You could have been married, had a child's mother or father, whatever the case may be. You could have been the person who stepped up like, yo, listen, I got a friend, I got a twin, I got somebody that I'm in love with. You could have been quick to end that connection with that past person. And what did that person that you were supposed to build with do? They still was out here riding the fence with these so-so ass individuals. That person had some payments come through, try to persuade that person to stick with them. You understand me? That person then sat there and faked some pregnancies too, just to have that person stay with them. They done faked as well as created certain illnesses too, just to have that person stay with them. They done paid certain practitioners too, just to have that person stay with them. You understand me? So chosen ones, I want you to realize that certain things was at play, but in order for certain things to change, God made sure that you didn't stay. He had you move. Do you understand me? Again, half of you ain't talked to these individuals in a long time, but they right now are willing to make that change. They right now are starting to reconsider a few things. They like, yo, I ain't felt the same since they left. Nobody understood me like they did. Nobody will never know me like they did. Nobody will have a combination or connection like we had. Nobody is going to know. See, some of you, again, was so telepathically connected that y'all was packing when y'all did go on certain trips, y'all was throwing similar outfits in y'all suitcases and wasn't even around each other when you was putting that shit together. Y'all connected. There's certain colors that you was rocking that they like, yo, how you know that? Cause you, and they a part of you too, so therefore y'all was connected. You understand me? There's certain things that you ain't have to match no outfits like, yo, you wear blue, I'ma wear blue too. Nah, y'all automatically threw that stuff in a suitcase. See, there's some of you that you were supposed to take certain trips with this individual too. You ain't even realize why God didn't have it happen. See, y'all could have been right there about to take that trip and all of a sudden y'all overslept or you missed out on that shit. Why? Because that person that they was previously connected to, it was if they not going to be with them, then they not going to survive. So they was trying to take out both of you. See, there's certain individuals that they was previously connected to that said, nah, I don't want this person to love this person. And they felt and they realized that this person was going to make that decision and choose you over them. So they was like, if they choose that person, I want their life to come in the end. So therefore, God didn't have you go on that trip with them. Why? Because there were so many people plotting at that time to try to take both of y'all out at the same time that was trying to claim y'all's lives. Not only that, when you was with them, see, certain places that you supposed to go is when y'all together. So there's certain trips that you were supposed to take. You like, why every time I plan a trip to this location, it never goes through? Because you wasn't supposed to take nobody else but that individual with you. That was almost like a returning home. You understand me? That was y'all souls reunited. Y'all taking that new step together. Y'all supposed to go to a place that y'all ain't never been. See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, God had certain things not fall through because he seen that this individual was still not willing to make certain moves. So he had you walk away from them just to prove to them that things will not be the same. You was that puzzle piece that they was missing. See, some individuals try to build their abundance up, try to build certain material things up before they find love. Whole time, what if I told you that those pieces that you missing for that abundance, for that materialistic things, what if I told you that that required you to make a choice for the person that you're supposed to be with? That they hold the key to that abundance, that protection, that prosperity, that happiness, that they hold that last key in order for you to see that bigger picture. You understand me? So what if I told you, yeah, you could build up you could build your confidence, that's your puzzle piece, right? Think of like a puzzle piece, how in this box it got this picture. So you was building your confidence up, you aligned with your purpose, you start again. All of these things, you started disconnecting from your past, that was a part of your puzzle piece. They had to build their picture too. But what if I told you that they picture that they built and the picture that you built was supposed to come together to create a bigger view? That person was trying to, again, build up their finances before they made the decision, not even realizing that their finances lied with you. That when they chose those karmic individuals, that they will forever have abundance to get snatched, have abundance to get snatched. Now that shit's not coming back. Now they currently are in lack, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially too, because they chose a karmic over their real, true individual. But again, some of them are wanting to come back, chosen ones. You understand me? Some of them are wanting to come back. Because again, they could have been finessed. They could have, that person that they was with could have dressed themselves up like they was the true divine person, and they wasn't. And because your person was having sex with them, because your person wasn't fully healed with them, that means that they were open to getting hit by certain dark shit that they were sending. So those illusions that those people were sending to both of you, you was able to see through it because you raised your vibrations. You wasn't out here dibbling and dabbling with some dark ass individuals. You wasn't sleeping around. You wasn't using drugs to get and escape certain things. If you was initially, you healed and now you walked away from them. You understand me? You wasn't holding on to relationships, connections, positions that wasn't serving you. You raised your vibrations, so what they sent to you couldn't affect you. But the person that you was with, they still was sexually connected to them, mentally, energetically, or they could have been living with them, eating off of them, so on and so forth. They were open, and so therefore, those individuals had the ability to hold them. That's why, again, you didn't even realize that you were saving them by raising your vibrations and walking away from them, because you are going to pull them energetically. You understand me? They not going to be able to stay where they at. They going to be forced to get they self-aligned. Physically, they're going to be forced from them positions that they in. First, initially, it's going to be spiritually, energetically, mentally. They're going to be feeling fucked up while they're around them. Huffing and puffing when they get there. Looking at them all weird. Mad at certain answers that they giving. You understand? Certain things that they going to get cheated on, disrespected, whatever the case may be. Just to break that illusion so that they can start to see clearly. And then guess what happens? Now they starting to see certain things in a different perspective. They realizing that you were the answer to all of their questions. That you was a blessing. You understand me? So chosen ones, I want you to realize in order for you to save them, you had to raise your vibration. Now there may have been a time period where y'all was disconnected, but God wanted to see what they was going to do as well as you. Because when you was originally with this person, you said that you had what? Unconditional love. You loved them. You loved them for the flaws that you even was seeing. Because you knew that that's not something that they wanted to do, but you knew that that was something that other people molded them to be. That you was in that place before too. So initially, y'all could have been trauma bonding. You understand me? So chosen ones, I want you to realize this. That those individuals, they are starting to see certain things clearly. That this was a test. God wanted to see what you was going to get. God showed you. You see how you feel connected with this person? They just understand you. You ain't got to explain yourself. This person is complimenting you. They speak so much love and light into you. They checking on you just to see how you doing. Even times that there was a point where they may have ghosted you, where they didn't speak to you. They may have been trying to adhere to certain things that they was going through, but then all of a sudden, in due time, they'll come back to you too. See, that's how you have to be able to decipher a karmic from the true individual. Because the true individual, when they come back, it's not only going to pick up like it left off in a sense, but they also going to come and explain why they did what they did. They also, you're going to be able to see through certain things and see that while they was away from you, they was hurting within. You understand me? So again, chosen ones, I want you to realize that there's a test that's going to be here. And God showed you what you was going to get with this individual. God showed you what you could have with this individual had both of you played your positions. So when you was forced to walk away from them and disconnect from them, because initially they could have walked away from you, then they came back and wanted to be with you, and you was like, nah, I'm cool on it, because you still connected to other individuals. You are not no sideline. You are not no option. You the only one. You understand me? So they had to make a decision. Are they going to entertain 10 feminines and 10 masculines to try to build you? Or are they going to accept you and know that they get everything that they seeking within you? You understand me? They had to make that decision. So again, they got a quick glimpse of what it could be like had they been with you. But it also made them be forced to make that decision between their lives and these other individuals that they was connected to. Because again, since they was living, they wasn't living for them. They was living for the individuals that they was with. Family members, friends. They was living a life that wasn't really for them. So they had that choice and decision to make. You said that you loved them unconditionally, so now you're going to be tested too, because as you've been out here doing you, being an opportunity gets presented for you to align with another individual, these people are going to come back and they're going to be willing to make that risk, but they're going to sit there and try to play it smooth. Try to ask you certain hypothetical questions just to see what you're going to do. They're going to watch you to see if you open to communicating with them too, because they willing now to sacrifice all of that shit in order to be with you. They willing to be the villain in other people's stories in order to be your hero. They willing to seem like the bad guy because they listening to the divine. They willing to do that now. But they want to see, are you willing to make that risk too? Now, don't you wait on these individuals to make that decision for you. You keep doing you. And as people start to align with you, you're going to be put in that position too that they were. Are you going to choose this individual based upon potential, or what are they deciding to do? And when that person comes back, you pay attention to their moves. Are they willing to go online and tell everybody that they no longer want to be with them? Are they willing to have your picture posted up and show an apology to you? Are they willing to cut the world off in order to build a world with you two? Are they willing to make certain sacrifices that they wasn't willing to make when they initially met you? Do they know them now before they get to know you again? Are they choosing themselves, or they still living for other people's and their perspectives? See, chosen ones, you're going to have to analyze the situation, but they going to have to show themselves. You understand me? You showed me who you was before. Now it's the time for you to show me who you ain't. What you mean by that? You showed me who you were before, so now you're going to have to show me who you ain't. Because you showed me that you're willing to listen to other people and live your life for them. You done showed me that you're willing to be in toxic situations just based upon approval from your family and friends. You done sat there and showed me certain things, so now you're going to have to show me what you ain't. You're going to have to show me you're not no sucker. You're going to have to show me that you're not scared. You're going to have to show me that you're not the old you and that you living based upon certain fears. You got to show me that you're confident within you. You got to show me that you try to change your ways. You got to show me certain things. You understand me? So, chosen ones, I want you to realize that a decision is going to have to be made. Now, some of you want to choose the new, and that's cool too. You understand me? Because the new person had to properly prepare for this position before they get to play it with you. They had to go through what you went through too. They had somebody that they thought was their forever person, but that person chose not to make those moves. So you're going to have and make that decision. Now, some of you will decide to go back to this past life person. This ain't your past person because you ain't have a relationship with them. You ain't have no title. You ain't never post no pictures, none of that. Y'all had a deep connection, something that you ain't have to show off. That shit was felt, right? So now you're going to have to make that decision. Do you want to choose this person? Is this person prepared to play that position? Has this person learned those lessons? Or is this person willing to be the villain to other individuals in order to be the hero with you? Is this person willing to stand on and stand in their truths? Is this individual willing to, again, make certain moves that they previously wouldn't do? See, you're going to have to make the decision based upon you. Are you going to give somebody else an opportunity to step up and play that position? Or are you going to allow that past person who may not have made the right decision come in? You going to have to make that choice, chosen ones. But the opportunity's about to get presented now. When this person pops back up again, this ain't no right person at the wrong time. So this ain't the person who cheated on you, abused you, used you, had a baby on you. This ain't that person. This is somebody, when I say a false start, this is somebody that you had a close connection with, a great friendship, spoke telepathically with them, had on a soul level, but y'all never had an opportunity in order to uplift it. You never had that opportunity to be with them. You understand me? That's what we talking about. We're not talking about those past people that, again, did certain games, cheated on you, beat on you. We not talking on that. You heard me? I'm talking about these people that you was in a situation, you was healing when you met them, they was healing too. Y'all had to make a decision. You chose to make a different move. Those people may have been slower to make those moves than you, so you left them. Now they trying to catch up to you. Now God's going to put you in a position where you're going to be able to view these individuals or speak to them. And how you carried them at that time says a lot about you too. Because if you out here trying to act extra mean to that person, that means that there's still a piece of love inside for that individual. If you got to go above and beyond to persuade yourself not to like that person and be mean, then you not acknowledge your feelings too, because that means you still like that person. You understand me? So be real with yourself. You gonna end up making the same decision as them. Because if you sitting there talking about, nah, I don't want to be with that person, because that you fronting and you faking when you still got love for them, when you really in love with them, when you really seen a position that you could play with them too, but the only reason why y'all wasn't together because they was, again, making different moves, or they was still connected to a different individual. If that's the only reason why y'all is not cool, because, again, y'all two still wanted to be together, but you didn't want that person to be a cheater, and you didn't want to be a sideline player. You understand me? So you walked away because you loved that person that much that you didn't want to make or force them to make a decision. You wanted them to go when they wanted to step up. See, that's a lot of love there, chosen ones. If you ain't want them to be forced to make that move because you knew that if they decided to choose you, they would be hurting themselves too, because they may have been scared about the person that they reproduced with, or felt like they wasn't going to accept it or project, whatever the case may be. No. You choose, chosen one. So if you choose to entertain them, you ain't got to take them back automatically. You could just have a conversation with them. And again, this is not the karmic. This is not somebody you was in a relationship with. This is not somebody that you was married to, that cheated on you, beat it on you, all of that. This is somebody that had you two met each other, felt an instant connection, but never had an opportunity to act on them. You understand me? This is that individual. They're going to present themselves again. And they may still be connected to that past person, but they coming to you like, listen, I'm willing to walk away from all of this, but I'm only going to do it if you're willing to move too. I'll walk away from all of this. I'll give up all of that in order to have you back, some type of connection. You're going to have to make that decision then. You understand me? But you make sure that they showing you that they made those decisions. Again, if they not acknowledging you publicly, you can't be with them. It ain't no, oh, well, not, no. If you ain't, and if you don't want them to acknowledge you publicly as of yet until you have a certain foundation established, I understand it. But they better sit there and apologize to you. Whatever the case may be, God's going to force them to show love to you, while that's going to trigger other individuals that they was connected to. Now, again, y'all have new love coming in too, so that doesn't mean that you have to take this past person back. That could mean that y'all would be forced to be friends or just cool. But again, you're going to be placed in the same position as them as far as you making that decision on what you feel is right and selecting and best for you. So, chosen ones, be real with yourself. You try to act all hard, you not. You hurting yourself. You doing exactly what they did. They was trying to act like they was investing in something that you knew energetically they wasn't connected with. So don't try. Again, I told you, you're going to be faced with that same part of the cycle that they was faced with too. So you're going to have to make that decision. We going to see what you going to do. But know that they about to get presented to you. Know that they thinking about you. Know that those people that they connected with still posting pictures or still trying to flash them off like they a happy family dynamic. Know that they still plotting on you too. See, when you walked away, those people that they was connected to was praying that you find a new dude. They was praying that somebody would marry you. Why? Because they seen that they couldn't destroy you. They seen that they couldn't change how this person felt towards you. So therefore, they wanted you to replace the person that wanted to be with you with another individual too. So therefore, again, they was saying, man, listen, we ain't gonna do it. Now, chosen ones, again, you've been on this journey dolo for a while, so therefore you're not dependent on the connection. But just because you've been dolo on this journey for a while doesn't mean that you don't need to allow or accept somebody in. Just because you can do it by yourself don't mean that you need to do it by yourself. See, let's talk. If you rebuilding the world, right, it's going to take other individuals to create certain things, right? See, you can have a lot of abilities. You can have a whole gift. But you're going to need somebody else to reproduce certain things with. See, you could try, again, this may ruffle a few feathers, but how people go through that little process, IVF, whatever the case may be, to create a child, in the absence of God, what are they putting in? So if God didn't have you naturally conceive a child with this person, and that means you wasn't supposed to be with them, well, that's some shit that you wasn't supposed to do then. So if you gotta go through science in order for you to reproduce, then in the absence of God, what are you bringing into it? You understand me? See, that's where that clone shit originated from. You thinking that clone is just them building the program? No, it's that shit in that lab too. You understand me? How do you know that you didn't conceive with that person because you wasn't supposed to? There was nothing wrong with you as far as your fertility. It was the fact that you was trying to plant a seed with somebody who had some so-so shit. You was trying to get certain abundance and produce for somebody who had a seed that wasn't legit. So therefore, again, you may have forced the dynamic to a certain extent. Now you feeling distant from this child that was reproduced. Why? Because it has an absence of God. You understand me? So again, let it ruffle your feathers. But I tell you, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what God told me to tell you. In the absence of God, what you bringing in there? You understand me? In the absence of God, what you bringing in there? Better be cautious. So again, just know that these opportunities are going to get presented, that these Cause y'all, yeah, I was about to say, cause y'all already know. I don't care what you huffing and puff, face all cracked up. I don't care. I'm gonna tell you what God said me tell you. And some of the people get they feathers ruffled. Why? Cause you done heard this message before. You try to run from it. God and had this intuition come in, this discernment, this message come in, and you try to escape your thoughts. Well, baby, the way my voice set up, shorty, you ain't not ignoring me. You heard me? So again, just know that certain things are gonna get presented. You think you could do it all by yourself. Why would you want to do that thing? You just complain about everybody walking away from you, nobody being here for you, nobody loving you. But now you're gonna sit there and now they created the same person that they was giving you. So they wasn't showing love to you, appreciation to you, wasn't helping you, wasn't assisting you, and you just was talking shit about how nobody ever is there for you. You gotta cook and nobody wanna clean. You gotta do this and nobody wanna do that. You had all of this to say just to turn around and say that you cool being by yourself, that you rather be that. No, you're not. You just rather be around people who reciprocate the energy as you. You don't want to be around by yourself. You want to be with like-minded individuals. You understand me? So chosen ones. Stop faking that shit. You always try to act all hard and I see through that shit. You understand? You try to act like you don't want love and you do. You try to act like you don't want somebody to love on you and you feel protected with them. You do. So stop that shit. Because now you didn't allow that person to create a monster. The same individual who did it to you. The same person who act like they ain't want love when you was trying to give it to them. Now you not even giving it to you. Cut that shit out. I ain't hearing that. So you want love. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, you want an apology. Oh, it's arriving. Oh, you want answers. Oh, you starting to see them. Everything's getting presented for you. All the prayers that you've been asking for is getting presented. And now all that shit that you was talking, you gonna have to stand by it. Oh, you want love. Oh, I want somebody that I want my love like this when I get, all right, cool. Now they here. What you about to do? Huh? What you about to do? Oh, you talking about you can't wait to this. Okay, well now this is here. What you about to do? Oh, if I was them, I would be able to see through and see that this is the real individual. That I'm the real person. Okay, cool. So now when these options gets presented to you, what you gonna do, huh? Are you going to choose this new person just because you feel like, oh, well, new is better? When that new could be bullshit too. See, think about a cast iron pan, right? How that pan could be old as I'm up 40 years old. But that shit cooked better than that new pan that you got, right? So don't just think that because it's new that it's for you too, because God's going to throw certain tests towards you. Is this person that's getting presented the real person for you, or are they perceiving to be that? Is that an illusion, huh? Huh? Is that an illusion? Because you was put in that position again. That person from your past chose that new person than you, and you had a real connection with them, or vice versa. So come on now. You about to be faced with that same cycle that they was in, and all that big boy shit that you was talking. Well, we about to see what you about to do there. Huh? You said, oh, you would never do. All right. Well, it looks about never every night. It's looking a little different. You understand me? So, chosen ones, what you gonna do? Because again, just because it's new does not mean it's better for you. Because how many people before that past person, the original person who cheated on you, you thought this new person was different because they dressed their shit up better. Then all of a sudden, as you was with them, you realized they was doing the same thing but differently, huh? Then all of a sudden, that next person, they had better qualities but had worse ways. So now you starting to realize new was not always for you. You understand me? So you about to see. And don't you be scared. You understand? Now y'all like, shit, well, I don't know what to do. Listen to God as he's telling you. If he's telling you that and presenting this person to you and they revamp, they renew, they willing to take those risks with you, they change their ways and you see through that shit, that they willing to be patient with the process as you ain't got to rush, chosen ones. If it's for you, it's no matter if it's tomorrow, 3 days from now, 3 months from now, 3 years, it's always going to be for you. You don't got to rush. That's almost like somebody say, hey, yo, your package is here, got delivered. You like, all right, cool, it's there. What you got to rush home for? When you know it's going to be there. You understand me? What you got to rush for when it's already been delivered, it's already held on to, it's already up. What you got to rush into? This is for you to now analyze the scene, because previously you wanted to rush into certain things with this person, right? And now this person is willing and ready to rush into something, and now you like, nah, let me eyeball it a little bit. Let me just see what it is. I'm telling you, the same part of the cycle that they was in while you was connected with them, like a wheel rotates. You know those little running, spinning things at the parks where you can run it almost like a hamster wheel? Think about the cycle. That person jumped out, you jumped right back in. So now you're going to be faced with the same perspective that they was in. We about to see how you going to handle it. Which one you going to choose? Because you talk big boy shit about the decision. Oh, I would never do that. I know what it is. Now these opportunities getting presented to you. What you about to do, huh? Love on yourself, chosen ones. In order for you to receive love for an individual, you got to love on you. In order for other people to see the great on you, you got to see the great in you too. In order for other people to encourage you, are you encouraging you too? See, y'all got to prepare for that position. This is what I'm going to say, chosen ones. Are you prepared for that position? Because some of y'all ain't even, you talking about you want love, but you not even carrying yourself. You say you want to be married. You're not even carrying yourself like a husband or wife. Because I want you to think about it right now. Energetically, you already married. You just waiting for them to physically be connected. So that means how you carrying yourself right now is your true divine person going to respect it. You got your ass out, ass in everybody's face. You out here slinging pipe this way and that way. You out here acting all about ego and ego, doing all these things. Are you a wife or a husband yet before it even gets presented? You talking about, oh, now I'm going to change my ways when I'm with my person. Are you a good representative? Are you playing yourself like a husband or wife before you even align with them? Huh? You talking about you want to be in that position as far as the job. Are you even carrying yourself professional yet? Are you even thinking about a business person yet? You talking about, oh, well, you want to have your business booming, but you out here messing up your image. You out here, no drive within you. You out here doing certain things to live for other individuals' approval. You ain't sticking to no script. You ain't carrying yourself professionally, but you say you want to be in a professional position. You got to play that first, baby. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You're going to have to be that in order to receive that. So you can't just say, oh, one day you want to wake up and change. You got to play that position before you get selected for it. So are you thinking like a boss? You talking about, oh, well, you don't want to buy nothing new for you until you got a new individual to take you out on a trip or take you out on a date when you could be doing that for yourself right now? You ain't buy yourself no clothes shit. Even if you're not buying Victoria's Secret shit, did you get yourself a pack of panties from Walmart then? Variety, selections, colors. You understand me? Are you carrying yourself? You talking about, oh, well, I ain't had no reason to get my hair done. You, motherfucker, you. You ain't had no reason to, you ain't washed your ass in 3 days. What? Love you too, baby. What? Now, you want to start washing your ass again when you get aligned with a person, little dirt? You talking about, you want to start brushing your teeth again now that you speaking to somebody, little yuck mouth? Now you want to sit there. You understand? I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not, when you with a partner, you lotioning up your body and shit, spraying little stuff. But when you ain't got a partner, you dry and ashy as a motherfucker. Huh? We not doing that. Rub yourself down now. Them heels need some attention. You understand me? You ain't got to go get them professionally done, but you better be buffing them shits down like Shanae was on Martin with old girl. And you know what I'm talking about. So get your shit done. Do it for you first. You heard me? Come on. Now you out here chalkboard all in the fingers and shit. Like what? Talking about you ain't washed your ass in a couple days because you ain't go nowhere. What? You done walked from the room to the bathroom a few times and you ain't splashed no water on that shit? Talking about you ain't go nowhere. You done walked around this house a few times. Something ain't right. I'm not doing it. You talking about when you get a partner, you start washing your ass again. Do it now. You know how that commercial where you say, you just sitting on your couch, you just doing this, get out there. Yeah, do it now. Wash your ass now. If this is a sign that you've been sitting there with that damn washcloth, is on arthritis drive, this is your sign. Get your ass up and wash that ass. You heard me. If you've been recycling them same funky ass sweatpants, the funk has taken over. Let them go. Wash them motherfuckers. You understand me? You talking about when I get a boo, I'll do this. Do it for you, funky. The fuck? I'm sorry, but I'm not playing with you. You hear me? No. You talking about, ooh, I gotta get cute for you. You. That's who. The fuck? You out been looking like a troll for a few days. Do it for you. What you mean? I'm a real monster. No. I'm not playing with you. So rub yourself down. Get that. Because when you got a boo, what you doing? Shaving, washing, lotioning yourself up just in case they touch that part of your skin. Well, it ain't got touched since it got touched last time. So do something for yourself. You heard me. I'm not playing with you. What you talking about? Oh, well, no. It ain't got touched with not a hint of lotion or nothing since that last touch that you got. And you better start training now, because some of you don't want to clean up your house till somebody's talking about they on the way. Now you spraying Febreze and trying to cover up certain shit. No, you should have had the house clean and prepared. Now you shouldn't sit there trying to take a bird bath. The funk is still there. Get your ass in the water. I'm not playing with y'all. So get it together. Prepare for the position, the person, all the things that you want. You got somebody, yeah, little dirt. That's why I call him little dirt. E-I-E-I, no. Fuck out of here. Funk master flex. We not doing it. Not. So again, you make sure that you are covered. You heard me? In every way, shape, or form. I'm telling you. When you think of how you like, you do it now. So, listen, but I got to get up off here. I love you so much. Remember, I'm going to upload this slide later on my YouTube. So, all I ask you to do is like it, share it to somebody that you feel needs to hear the message to. I appreciate all of y'all. Please remember, I'll never reach out to you for a reading. You got to be ready to receive, because I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm going to tell you, that's your person and that's your karmic. I'm going to tell you what you do to you, what people intend to do to you too. I'm going to talk about your past, your present, and your future as well, all right? So I love you, babies. I appreciate you. You understand me? I'm going to be back here in the AM tomorrow for another message for you. Please remember, if you want a reading or a coaching session, this is your time to book them, because my schedule going to be changing up for the school year, all right? So just know, I'm taking off a few days this weekend. So up until Thursday, you can get your coaching sessions or your readings. And starting Monday, I'll be going live later in the evening. So like after 4 or 5. So again, it's going to be a change up of the schedule, but I appreciate y'all. I love you so much. I'm hyped for you. You understand me? I'm sending protection towards you, a clear view for you, love towards you, abundance for you. You the best, baby. All right? I love you. I'll talk to y'all later. Be great.